Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here, and today we are doing the much anticipated Halloween edition of the Subscriber World Cup for October the 31st, 2020. Now, I did say in the 1st of October, was it 1st of October? Start of October anyway, that you guys should pick 1 to 3 star teams, and you have come through big on this one, picking some of the best 1 star, 2 star and 3 star teams this game has to offer. So I thank you so much for that. We had so many entries that were actually what I asked for, so thank you so much. Honestly, I was overwhelmed. Thank you. So there is something I need to explain to you because we have a new mechanic for the Subscriber World Cup. So I've noticed a lot of you, most of you, just skip to the end and find out who wins and see if you got knocked out. Please don't do that. Watch the whole thing because there is an interesting new mechanic I have on display for you. I'll explain it in a minute, but we have to read out the names first because if I explain it now, it'll cause confusion on the screen. Okay, let's read out the names then. Pakistan, Asian Mapper, San Marino was a triple entry. Higeni the Poltergeist, Cillian Burke and Julia Hermi Carrera. Suriname, which I am representing, is number 4. Luxembourg is Struafa Live. Chad in Group B is Antonia Ante Friend, I think. Armenia, Patrick Neely. Fiji is a double entry with Rene Fastenor and Ryan Brown. Uganda is Nando Nameth. Group C, Togo, double A. Jamaica is Baron Batik. Burkina Faso, John Doe. And Uzbekistan, Nonsense. Group D, Iraq is Kwara Konu, or QQ as I like to call you. Haiti, Lowell Limewire. Canada was a triple entry between Isaac Flores Jr., the Impersonator, and Austin Hayhurst. Guinea was Fernando Pastana. Anguilla was Sova Gaming. Afghanistan, Andre TM. Sierra Leone, Altix06, Cape Verde Islands, Nicholas Jakobsen. In Group F we have Northern Ireland, which is a sunglasses account person, and Angola is CTL94, which I'm going to pause for a second. You should follow him on Instagram. He does really cool sort of like international and club shirt sort of review things. That's CTL94 on Instagram, I think, anyway. You should follow him, he's really cool. Q8, Wasteland Wanderer, and Andorra, Luis Ganso. Group G, Syria, Simply Sabotage 773. Honduras was a triple entry as well. Miguel Angel Dubon Lanza, Horatio YouTube, and Andy Lowell. Panama, Beastly N64. Finland, Hank Hill. And in Group H, we have Zambia, Fizalam. Lithuania, Miguel Sanchez. Gambia, Kevin Cater. And Albania, the double entry, Gerardo Dakash and Czech Bull. Okay, so that's your Subscriber World Cup. As you can see, I'm representing Suriname. I did get thrown an interesting sort of like thing I could do for the next one. I'm not going to do it in this one. I'm going to do it in the next one. It's to follow more teams instead of following the one team and then just when they get knocked out, it simulates to the end. Follow like maybe a team in each group or something. It might actually extend the longevity of a Subscriber World Cup, and it might actually make it more interesting. That was the idea submitted by Beastly N64, so I'm going to do that in the next Subscriber World Cup in November. Okay, so there is an interesting mechanic I need to tell you about for the Halloween edition of the Subscriber World Cup. So I'm not going to simulate any games just yet. Okay, there has been a game played. Pakistan have won, so ignore that. Well, don't ignore it, but yeah, okay. So, you'll notice on the screen right now, there are pumpkins next to the groups. Now, these pumpkins I need to explain to you. So we got, for example, in Group A we have a pumpkin in 4th place. In Group B we have a pumpkin in 3rd place, a pumpkin in 2nd place. You see the idea on the screen. So these pumpkins mean that if you finish in that position where a pumpkin is, so for example, in Group A, if you finish last, if you finish last in Group A, and the pumpkin is in obviously the 4th position, so if you finish in that position, you will have to, I repeat, have to pick another 1-star team for the next Subscriber World Cup. That is my trick or treat sort of mechanic here, that I'm sort of like, this is the only thing I can think of that would have made it a little bit more interesting. So you will have to, if you finish in Group A in 4th, you will have to pick a 1-star team, and if you don't pick it, I will force a 1-star team on you. I mean, of course you can get around it by not playing, but why would you not want to play in November, right? Alright, so obviously like I said, if you land on a pumpkin, you will have to pick a 1-star team. That's only after the group stages. That's after the 3 games. So we have a pumpkin in 4th in Group A, a pumpkin in 3rd in Group B, a pumpkin in 2nd in Group C. So even if you get through, that's still like a trick or treat sort of thing. Like, yeah, I got through, but boo, you know, I gotta pick a 1-star team for the next one. The same with Group D. Group E is a lot more interesting. There's 2, so if the people that got knocked out, they will have to pick a 1-star team. See where I'm going with this? It's sort of like a trick or treat thing. I hope you understand it. I'm putting it in the best way I can. I know a lot of you are from different countries, and you know, maybe you might not understand my accent very well and stuff like that, but I hope you get it. I hope you get it. I will be noting down the people that do get pumpkins at the end, so don't think I'll forget, because I'll remember, I'll note them down, and if you put your entry in for the November one, and you have a pumpkin next to your name, I will put a pumpkin underneath your comment, and I will change it in the November one, whether you like it or not. Okay? So don't think you can get around it. Alright, okay, now we get on with the tournament. Now I've explained everything, we get on with the tournament. I am representing Suriname. You all know who you picked, so I don't have to go through with it. Okay, so we're gonna go for it right now. Let's go. Let's see who gets those pumpkins and who doesn't. Now, there's one more thing I need to explain actually. If you do get a pumpkin and you win the Subscriber World Cup, that pumpkin is void. That means you get rid of it, okay? But that's only if you win it with a pumpkin on your head, okay? Do you understand that? If you do win it and you have a pumpkin on your head, it means that the pumpkin is void, okay? But that's very rare because there's not a lot of positions in the Subscriber World Cup where a pumpkin might affect you, but it's very rare. But if it does happen, yeah. Okay, let's go. I've been waffling on for about 8 minutes. Oh my god, 8 minutes of bullshit. Okay, so did Suriname win against Luxembourg? Yes, they did. 1-0. Okay, let's quickly go to the next one then. Pakistan versus Suriname. Both sat in the top spots there. And we can see that Suriname won that one. So Suriname are through, okay, at the moment. So they are unlikely to get a pumpkin. Let's go against San Marino, who are sat in 4th. If San Marino don't win here, they are likely to get a pumpkin. And that's 3 people with pumpkins on their heads. Okay, let's go. Did Suriname beat San Marino? Oh, they did. Okay, now we know who won that group. And we'll ignore the round of 16. Okay, here we are then. Okay, I'm gonna read out who won. You all know who you are basically, but yeah. Okay, right. Okay, so in Group A we got Suriname, Luxembourg, and Pakistan going through. San Marino get the pumpkin, and that's 3 people that get the pumpkin. That's Pagani the Poltergeist, Cillian Burke, and Julahermi Carrera. So that means you guys will have to pick a 1-star team for the next team. Of course, you all picked San Marino, but that was your undoing. That is the trick-or-treat mechanic that we got here. Okay, in Group B, we have Armenia and Uganda going through. Chad landed in the pumpkin position. So Antonia Anteforen, you've got a pumpkin on your head too, and you carry that into November. You have to pick a 1-star team as well. Okay, now Group C, this is where it gets more interesting. Uzbekistan and Burkina Faso go through in Group C, but The pumpkin is in the second position, which means Burkina Faso, John Doe, you have a pumpkin on your head too, and you must, for November, pick a 1-star team. Okay, so Group D, we have Haiti and Guinea going through. This is where it gets more interesting. Haiti have come top spot. You can see a pumpkin up there. That means that low line wire, you will have to pick a 1-star team for November. But this is the thing that I failed to explain in the group when I was reviewing Group C. Burkina Faso, you've gone through, and so have you, Haiti, but that means that you do have pumpkins on your heads at the moment. But if you win this Subscriber World Cup with your nation, that means you get the pumpkin void, like I said before. So Haiti, low line wire, you could do it, but you gotta win the tournament. I mean, this is gonna be hard. Okay, Group E, we have 2 pumpkins. Okay, so Group E, Cape Verde and Anguilla go through, so that's pretty cool. But in 3rd and 4th, we have 2 pumpkins there. Sierra Leone, controlled by Ortix, and Afghanistan, Andre TM. You both have pumpkins on your head, so that means you are, unfortunately, because you both didn't get through, got to pick 1-star teams for the next World Cup in November. Group F, we have Northern Ireland and Kuwait going through quite comfortably there. But in Group F, 2nd place, that's where the pumpkin lies. Kuwait. That means that Wasteland Wanderer, you will have to pick a 1-star team because you have a pumpkin on your head. That means that unless you win this tournament, you will have to pick one. Okay, Group G, we have Finland and Honduras going through, Panama crashing out. That was one of my favourites for this tournament. So the pumpkin is on 4th place, so that means Syria, Simply Sabotage, you will have to pick a 1-star team, and unfortunately, because you have no way of winning the tournament, you will have to do that in November. Okay, Group H, we have Lithuania and Albania going through, but here's the thing about Group H that's most interesting. 1st and 4th have got a pumpkin, so that means that Lithuania, despite you going through, Miguel Sanchez, you have a pumpkin on your head, and you can only get rid of that if you win the Subscriber World Cup. Gambia, on the other hand, which is represented by Kevin Keita, you have to pick a 1-star team because you went out. I hope this mechanic has been quite interesting to you guys. I hope it has. So yeah, that's the groups read out and the pumpkins sort of read out and dished out. Now we're going to see who is going to go on and win the Subscriber World Cup. We're going to go to the round of 16. So we have a matchup between Suriname and Uganda, Sierra Leone versus Guinea, Armenia versus Luxembourg, Haiti versus Burkina Faso, Cape Verde Islands versus Kuwait, Finland versus Albania, Northern Ireland versus Anguilla, and Lithuania versus Honduras. So, if you wanted my favourites for this tournament, I'd probably say Northern Ireland or Honduras, but I'm hoping that one of you can win it with a 1-star team, and I'm kind of hoping that one of you with a pumpkin wins it as well, because that'll mean that the mechanic actually is exciting and works. Some of you might be calling bullshit on it, but I think it's a really good mechanic for like a trick-or-treat sort of thing. Anyway, we're going to see if Suriname can beat Uganda. This is probably where it might end, the Subscriber World Cup, and it might simulate to the very end, but yeah, like I said in the next one, I'm going to pick more teams and see how that goes. See if it, extends the longevity of it. Okay, let's simulate Suriname versus Uganda. Okay, I got knocked out. Well, I shouldn't say it. Number 4 got knocked out, sorry. We're going to simulate the rest of the tournament, and we're going to find out who won the tournament. Here we go. Here we go then. Who's going to win? Armenia have won the World Cup against Uzbekistan. Now, Armenia are a 3-star team. Armenia was represented by Patrick Neely. Patrick Neely, well done to you, mate. Well done. Well done. You won the Halloween one. Unfortunately, I don't think Patrick Mealy had a pumpkin on his head, so that means every one of you that had a pumpkin means that you don't redeem it, and it means that you have to pick a 1-star team for the next one. Uzbekistan were runner-up. That was represented by Nonsense. So well done to you for coming second. Unlucky though. Advanced the awards. We got basically Armenia and Uzbekistan wiping those awards. So we're going to look at it in more detail. Okay, right. Okay, so reading left down, we have Cape Verde Islands beating Kuwait 3-1. Albania beating Finland 3-1. Uganda beating Suriname 2-1. Sierra Leone beating Guinea 2-0. Then Albania went on to beat Cape Verde 2-1. And penalties between Uganda and Sierra Leone 5-4 ended to Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone then shocked Albania in the semi-finals, and then the Sierra Leone went on to lose the World Cup final, whereas Albania went on to beat Northern Ireland in the third place playoff. So Albania was represented by, it was a double entry, that was Gerardo, Dakash and Czech Bull, so congratulations for getting third place. And Northern Ireland was represented by Sunglasses, you get fourth place, so congratulations to you. Reading right down, we have Northern Ireland beating Anguilla 3-1, Lithuania beating Honduras 2-1, Armenia beating Luxembourg 2-0, Burkina Faso squeezing by Haiti 1-0, then Northern Ireland beat Lithuania 1-0, then Armenia beat Burkina Faso 4-3 on pens, then Armenia beat Northern Ireland 2-1 to go on to win the World Cup final, whereas Northern Ireland went on to lose the third place playoff. So that was your Halloween edition of the Subscriber World Cup. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I did. It was a lot of explaining to do. I had to, really, because obviously, you know, otherwise people wouldn't get it. I hope you watched the whole thing, because I think it's been quite interesting. Remember, people with pumpkins, you have to stick with the pumpkin sort of thing and carry that into November. You unfortunately have to pick 1-star teams for the next one. Of course, in November there won't be a mechanic like that. It'll just be a normal one, but yeah, just for November you have to deal with it. I'm sorry, it's just how the game works. I hope it's been an interesting mechanic. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you have a good Halloween. I hope you like and subscribe, and I hope you keep it loco, and I hope to see you again for the next video. Happy Halloween, everybody.